Hi guys, good morning and a very warm welcome to the session here. So today's session, as you know, is based on most expected questions, and this is the seventh session of this particular series, right? And yes, I hope you are enjoying this particular series here. So I hope everybody has already downloaded the app for Oliveboard, and also you must have subscribed to the official channel of Oliveboard. नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से कर लो, ठीक है? So today we will be having this particular session where again we will be having a look at different types of questions that you can come across in your RBI Grade B examination. Okay, and yes, this particular session is going to be a recorded session. So in case you have any doubts, you can always let me know in the comment section. I'll absolutely be delighted to answer the queries in the comment section below. ठीक है? तो अगर किसी को कोई भी डाउट होता है तो प्लीज कमेंट सेक्शन में पूछ लेना. आई विल हेल्प यू आउट विद दोस क्वेरीज एंड डाउट्स. ओके, तो चलो लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर द डे. So this is the first question on your screen. Quickly check it out and let's see how this particular question is to be done. ठीक है, जल्दी से देखिए, देखते हैं इसको कैसे करना है. How this particular question is to be done here. You can see there are 7 people seated in a linear row facing the north, right? So you have a seating arrangement plus blood relation. Chalo, let's try it out. Let's see. Quickly try this, guys. I hope we are able to do this particular question. Once you make the family tree, guys, the question will become very, very easy. Okay, so first try to make the family tree here. What is given here? You can see that there are 7 members in this particular family. Either both or none of the parents are alive. That means single parent should not be there in this particular family, right? So if let's say a person has a father, should have a mother as well. That is the meaning. There are only 2 generations in this particular family, right? So we have a 2 generation family tree. Now, F is the brother of E and both of them are unmarried, right? So, F is the brother of E. So, something like this, and both of them are unmarried here. G is the father of F, right? So, you can see that G is the father of F. That means we should have parents here and G is a father. So, that means G must be having a wife as well, right? Because single parent is not allowed. Also, if you see, it was given that is D is the wife of G, right? So D is the wife of G. That means D has to be this person here. And was seated immediate right of A, but not at the end. Okay, so we will check that out later. E was a female seated second to the left of A's wife. So A has a wife here. C, who was the only son of B, was seated third to the right of F. The person seated at the rightmost end is the sister of G. So you can see we have a sister of G here, isn't it? So we have a sister here. Now you can see that we have how many persons in this particular family tree. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people we already have. We can add 2 more persons because there are only 7 persons in here. Now you can understand that A should have a wife, right? So A has a wife here. That means A has to be a male person, right? That is one thing here. Also, it is given that E was a female person, so E has to be a female person here. Now, F and E cannot be married, right? That was given that F and E are unmarried here. So, A cannot be married to your E. Similarly, D and G are already a couple. So, where should we have your A? That is the question. And also, at the very same time, we should have 7 persons and only 2 generations here. Now, you can see that we have a sister here for G and she is female, so she can be the one who is married to your A, right? Also, it is given C is the only son of B, right? So C is the only son of B. Let's say if we draw your A here, who is a male person, so C is the only son of B, can be like this, right? So you can see this will be the situation here. Now if you try to check, you will see that everything will match with this particular family tree, isn't it? So now let's try to make the arrangement also. Let's see how this arrangement is to be done. So there are two generations, okay? F is the brother of E. You can see G, who is the father of F, was seated in the middle of the row, right? So we have this information 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? So we have 7 persons in here, okay? Let me remove myself from the screen. Chalo. So let's see. Okay, so there are 7 persons in here. Now it is given G, who was the father of F, was seated in the middle of the row. So that means G has to be this particular person. Now D is the wife of G and was seated immediate right of A. Okay, so D has to be immediate right of A, but not at the end. That means at least one person should be there after D. Okay. Also after that, what is given? E was a female member seated second to the left of A's wife. Who is A's wife? You can see B, right? So that means you can see E has to be second to the left of B. That is also given, that E has to be second to the left of B. C, who was the only son of B, was seated third to the right of F. Okay, so that means C has to be third to the right of F. So 1, 2, 3. This has to be your F, right? So C, who was the only son of B, was seated third to the right of F. The person seated at the rightmost end is the sister of G. Who is the sister of G? That's your B, right? So you can see B is the sister of G. So B has to be at the rightmost end. And if B is here, you can place your E also. Once you place your E, you can place this person, that is F and C also, right? Because C can only be here. And in that case, F will be here. And you can see and A and D will be here, right? So this will be the final arrangement that you should be getting here. I hope this is clear, everybody, isn't it? So you can see not a very difficult question, can be done very, very easily. It's just that once you make the family tree, the question becomes absolutely obvious, isn't it? I hope this is clear, everybody. In case you have any doubts, guys, you can let me know in the chat section right away. I'll help you out with the answer here with your doubts here. Okay? Anybody, any doubts? Please let me know. Chalo, we'll quickly go to the next question in that case. Okay? Let's have a look at the next question. Let's try. Just have a look at this particular question, right? Go through this and then we will complete it together. Okay? We'll see that how this has to be done. So here you have to find that how many floors are there in this particular building, right? That is the question. This is based on unknown number of persons staying in a particular building, right? Chalo, let's quickly try this out. Let's see. I hope everybody has gone through the questions here. So chalo, let's understand how this particular question is to be done here, right? So you have to find that how many floors are there in this particular building. So what is given? Few persons live in a building. The information about few of them is known. The floors are numbered in the increasing order. That is, bottommost is one, then two, and then so on, right? Now it is given one person is living on every floors and no floor is vacant here. Not more than 23 persons are living in this particular building. So the maximum number of floors that we can have is 23. We cannot have more than 23 in here. Okay. So chalo, let's try it out. Let's see what is given. A lived in a floor that was third from the top. So we know that A has to be third from the top. That means there are two floors above him, right? Because this is first from the top, second from the top, and third from the top. That means A has only two floors above him. Now A's floor number was twice as that of B's floor number. Okay, so A is equal to 2B, right? If B is equal to 1, then A will be 2. If B is 2, A will be 4, and so on. F lived immediately above C. Okay, F has to be immediately above C. We will use this hint. C's floor number was 5 times as that of E's floor number. Right, so this is also given here that C's floor number has 5 times of E's floor number. So let's say if we take your E as 1, C will be 5. If E is 2, C will be 10. If E is 3, C will be 15. And if E is 4, C will be 20. Isn't it? Why? Because C is equal to 5 times as that of E. That is given here. Okay. So let's try out. Let's see which of the following case is the valid one. Now it was known that F has to be living immediately above C, right? F lived just above C means immediately above. So in the first case, what should be the value for F? If C is 5, that means F has to be 6. Here it has to be 11. Here it has to be 16. And here it has to be 21. Isn't it? So you can see right now we are having 4 different cases. None of them can be eliminated right now. We will see how this has to be done. Okay. Also, it is given C's floor number was twice as that of H's floor number. That means you can understand that C's floor number has to be twice of something. That means it has to be an even value, isn't it? It has to be even because it is twice of something. H cannot be 2.5 floor, right? We do not have decimal numbers for 5 here for any of the persons. So you can see this is not a possibility for C, and similarly this is not a possibility for C. That means either 10 or 20 should be the value of C here. Now C's floor is twice of H. That means in this case H will be 5. In this case this H will be how much? It will be 10. Right? So either of the two cases we are getting. Now only 3 persons live between G and H such that H has to be somewhere above G. Okay. So we have only 3 persons between G and H such that H lives above G. So that means we have to do minus 4. Isn't it? So H minus 4 because H has to be staying above. So that means in the first case this will be 1, and in this case it will be 10 minus 4, that is equal to 6. Right? So either of the two scenarios here. Now what is given? Let's try. So whatever is remaining we will quickly place here. Now you have this information, that is number of persons living below E was same as the number of persons living above E. Okay. So here you can see in this particular case we have E having 1 person below him, right? Because E is on floor number 2, that means there is only 1 person below your E. So that means above D also there should be only 1 person. And similarly here we have 3 persons below him, that means there should be 3 persons above D. Okay, so we do not know what is the total number of floor. We will check that later. Okay, we will see. What else do we have here? So this is all done, right? Ye ho gaya. Okay. After that, what is given? Let's see, C's floor number is twice of H, done. 3 persons between G and H. H has to be somewhere above G, done. Now 3 persons live between B and F such that F lives above B. Okay, so F has to be above B. So again you can see 2 persons have to be there between B and F has to be above B. That means B has to be F minus 3. So what is F in the first case? That is 11, right? So 11 minus 3, that is 8, right? This will be the first case. Similarly, here F is how much? 21. So 21 minus 3, that is equal to 18, right? So either of the two scenarios we are having, B can either be 8 or 18. Now we know that A has to be twice of B, right? A has to be twice of B. So in the first case, A will be equal to 16 here. And in this particular case, A will be how much? A will be 36. Now is 36 a possibility? No. Why? Because we know that the maximum number of floors that we can have is 23, isn't it? So that means this also is eliminated here. So you can understand that this will be the case that we will be getting, isn't it? So that means C lives on floor number 10, E lives on floor number 2, F has to be on floor number 11, H is on floor number 5, G on 1, B on 8, A on 16. And what should be the total number of floors in here? We know that there are only 2 floors above A because A was third from the top. That means if he is 16, that means 17 and 18. So total number of floors should be 18. Now we are left with your D here, right? D bacha hua hai na? And you can see that this will help us to find D. What was given? If we have one person living below E, we should have one person living above D. That means D has to be second from the top. So D will be on the 17th floor in here. So this will be the final answer for us. I hope this is clear, everybody. Guys, please understand, if you have these type of questions, it is not necessary to draw it in a vertical building format. Okay, you can draw it in a tabular method also. If you have the relations between the numbers, you can absolutely solve it in an easier manner like this. Because what happens when we have a this one that is in a building format, what will happen? You will end up making diagrams, different diagrams. You will end up losing a lot of time. Let's say if there are 25 floors in that particular building, you can still draw. But let's say if we have 56 floors, what we will do, right? So this particular method will be helpful when the number of floors is greater. If the relation is given between different floors, you can absolutely use the numbers to find the structure here. Okay, I hope this is clear. तो किसी भी बैंकिंग एग्जामिनेशन में डायग्राम के मार्क्स नहीं होते, ठीक है? सो यू हैव टू सॉल्व इट इन द easier format which saves us time. I hope this is clear, everybody. Chalo, we'll quickly go to the next question now. Next question on your screen. Let's have a look at this one. Let's try. चलो जल्दी से इसको ट्राई करो एंड लेट मी नो व्हाट शुड बी द आंसर. यू हैव टू टेल मी विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ अकरेंस. दैट मीन्स डेफिनेटली फॉल्स. तो इनमें से डेफिनेटली फॉल्स कौन सा है? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन हियर. ओके, चेक इट आउट. लेट्स सी. And guys, now you can download these particular classes, right? These class PDFs from the Oliveboard app. So just go to the app and in the course section, you will find the separate tab for downloading these class PDFs here, right? The one that we have on the YouTube, right? Now you can find the PDF on the Oliveboard app. So just go to app, log in there, and under the course section, you will find the tab for downloading the PDFs as well, right? So you can download it from there. Chalo, let's try it out. Let's see how this particular question is to be done. So you can see there are some statements, 4 different statements given to us. So let's draw the diagram. Some roots are stems. So some roots are stems will be something like this. Let's say this is root, this is stem. All roots are shorts. Okay, this was stem here. Now all roots are short. That means it is short like this. And then we have all stems are leaves, right? All roots are shorts, done. All stems are leaves. So you can see all stems are leaves will be like this. Let's say this is your leaf here. Okay. And no leaf is a hand. So you can see no leaf is a hand will be something like this, right? So this is the diagram. Now you have to tell which of the following will be definitely false. Definitely false means that there should not be any possibility for for its occurrence, right? It has to be false. It cannot be true. First one, at least some roots are leaves. You can see some roots are leaves. ये तो definitely true है. So cannot be the answer. At least some shorts are leaf. At least some shorts are leaf. That is also definitely true. So we are not looking for definitely true here. We are talking about definitely false. Third says all hands being short is a possibility. Can all hand go inside short? Absolutely. Hand could have been drawn here, isn't it? It's independent of this particular portion which is outside the leaf here. So yes, this is also possible. And if possibility is there, it's not definitely false. No hand is a stem. You can see no hand is a stem. It's again true, right? No hand is a stem. So that means this is also not the right answer. No short is a stem. This can never be true because you can see there is a definite interaction between your short and stem, isn't it? So there is a definite interaction between the two. So it's absolutely not possible that no short is a stem, because some short are definitely stem here, right? So you can see the answer has to be option number 5. Fifth will be the one which is going to be definitely false. Even if you give it as a possibility, it will be definitely false because there is no possibility for its occurrence. Okay, I hope this is clear. Chalo, next question very quickly on your screen. Let's try it out. Let's see. Draw the family tree, guys. Once you draw the family tree, the question will again become very, very easy, right? Just try out. First, draw the family tree and then try to find the number of samosas, whatever has been distributed among these persons. Okay. So, first, find the family tree here. Chalo, try this out. Let's see. I hope we are able to understand this particular question, that how this has to be done. Chalo, let's try it out, right? Let's see how this particular question is to be done. So you can see Pinku had 6 other members in this family. That means you can see there are 7 members in this family. Pinku plus Q, R, S, T, U and V. And also it is given either both or none of the parents of a particular person is there. That means single parent is not an option, right? Pinku was asked to bring 50 samosas which were distributed among each of the family members. When he arrived with 50 samosas, he kept 7 of them and gave the rest to his wife R, right? So you can see, let's say we have Pinku here, right? Now Pinku is a male person. Why? Because he has a wife and his has been used for everywhere, right? So he has a wife here and his wife is R, right? So he gave the rest to his wife R. R kept 13 samosas and gave the rest to Q's husband. That means Q has a husband here. So Q also is a female member, right? So Q has a husband. Q's husband kept 10 of them and gave the rest to his brother-in-law V, right? So that means V has to be the brother-in-law of this particular person, right? Now, how do we have a brother-in-law here? Okay, we will check. Okay, so there is one possibility that Q is having a sister here and this sister is married to somebody, right? That is one possibility. Or it may be possible that Q's sister, Q's brother can be the this person, that is the brother-in-law V, right? That is also a possibility, that Q has a brother who is the brother-in-law, right? So you can see that Q's husband has to give the rest to his brother-in-law V. So there is one possibility that V is this person. Okay, that is a possibility here. Or we can have one sister here and that sister married to somebody. That also is possible. We will check. Now we kept some of them and gave 12 to his mother T, right? So you can see his mother. So again, V is a male person. He has a mother who is T here. So T has to be a female person. Also, T must be having a husband also, right? Because single parent is not allowed. Then T kept 5 and gave the rest to U, who was Pinku's son. So Pinku has a son here, right? This is Pinku's son. Pinku's son here. P was the grandmother of V. So you can see P has to be the grandmother of V. That means P has to be somewhere above T. So that means T has to be in the second generation, isn't it? You can see we are getting something like this. That is, we have V here, Q here. Q is married to somebody, right? And we have parents for this T, who is a female person. She is married to somebody here, right? So how many persons are we getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 persons are already here. Now we know that Pinku has to have a wife and they should have a son together. So how do we have that? The only possibility will be like P was the grandmother of V, right? So that means P has to be above. P has to be the grandmother of V. So P will be a female person here, isn't it? P has to be a female person here. That is, P was this person. P hai ki kya hai? Just a second. Let's see. So R was the grandmother of V. So R has to be the grandmother of V. I'm so sorry. So R has to be the grandmother of V. You can see we already have your R here and Pinku here, isn't it? Now the question arises that R should be the parent of T or they should be the parent of this male person. Now we know that they have a son here. That means we will have something like this, isn't it? So R and Pinku will be the parents of this male person who is married to T here. T again, that is these two children again have V and Q, where V is also a male person. Q is a female person here married to somebody here. Okay, so you can see this kind of a situation we are getting. How many persons we already have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have got the 7 persons in here. Okay, so let's remove it from here. So you can see this kind of a situation we are getting. Okay. Now we are left to place 2 persons. One of them is S, right? S is remaining and U is remaining. So S and U are remaining. Now it was given T kept 5 and gave the rest to U, who was Pinku's son. So you can see Pinku's son is U. So you can understand this has to be your U, isn't it? So ye U hai. So that means this has to be S here. So now we can answer the question also, right? We will find the number of samosas also, but let's answer the question first. T plus U. Plus means father. Is T the father of U? No. You can see T is the wife of U. U minus T, minus means wife. So that means U is the wife of T. No, that's wrong. T minus U, that is T is the wife of U. Absolutely, you can see T is the wife of U. U hash R, hash means that A is the son of B. So U is the son of R. You can say yes, U is the son of R. That means option number 3 would be the right relation here. Once you find the family tree, now you can find the number of samosas being distributed also. So let's try it out. What is the number of samosas being distributed? Okay. So Pinku was asked to bring 50 samosas which were distributed among each of the members. He arrived with 50. He kept 7 of them, right? So he is keeping 7. That means he is passing 43, right? So passing 43 because there were 50. He has kept 7 samosas in here and gave the rest to his wife R. So he has given 43 samosas to R here. R kept 13 samosas here. So out of 43, she is taking 13 samosas. That means she is passing now 30 samosas. So she kept 13 samosas and gave the rest to Q's husband. Who is Q's husband? That is your V, right? Sorry, S. So that means he gave the rest to S here. Okay, so S ko mil gaya. Now Q's husband, that is S. S kept 10 of them. So you can see he is keeping 10 of them. That means he is passing 20. 10 of them and gave the rest to his brother-in-law V, right? So he gave the rest 20 to brother-in-law V here. V kept some of them. We do not know how many did he keep. He gave some of them and gave 12 to his mother. So he is giving away 12. So if he got 20, he is giving away 12. That means he is keeping 8 because 20 minus 12 is 8. So he must have kept 8 here. And he passed 12 to his mother T, right? So you can see V's mother T now got 12 samosas. T kept 5, right? So you can see T kept 5 here. So out of 12, you can see kept 5. That means passing 7. Gave 7 to U, right? So you can see U gets 7 here. Now you can see this is the complete structure that we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So 6 persons ke baare mein information hai. You can see we do not have the information about somebody, right? R, S, T, U, V. We do not have the information for Q. Maybe Q did not get any samosas here, right? I hope this is clear, everybody. So you can see U receives the 7 samosas here, finally. Okay? I hope this is clear, everybody, that how this had to be done. So you can see again that once you draw the family tree, the question again becomes very, very easy. So generally when we have family tree based questions, you will see that making the family tree makes the question easier. Okay? Chalo, let's have a look at this data sufficiency question. Let's try it out. Let's see. So this is a question based on data sufficiency, where you have to find that which of the following statements given in these five options is sufficient alone to answer the question. That is, was G neighboring A, right? That is the question here. So you have to answer this particular question, and you have to find that which of the following alone is sufficient to answer this particular question here. Okay. Chalo, let's try it out that how this particular question is to be done. Okay, so let's see. 8 persons are seated around a circular table facing the center. The question is G neighboring A, right? Whether G is a neighbor of A. So first one says A is third to the right of B. Okay, so we have 8 persons in here. Okay, and they are facing the center. So what is given? A is third to the right of B. Let's say this is your B. So A has to be this person. B's neighbor was seated opposite to D. Okay, so B's neighbor has to be opposite to D. Now this neighbor is opposite to A, so that means D has to be this person. Now it is said that is D was neighboring G and H, right? So D has to be neighboring G and H. That means G and H here or G and H here, isn't it? Now the question is G neighboring A? If G is here, then the answer would be yes. If G is here, the answer would be no. That means one alone is not sufficient to answer the question. Okay, let's try the second one. Let's see what happens when we take the second one here. Okay, again we have 8 persons in here. C is second to the left of G. Let's say this is your G. So C is second to the left of G. G was seated opposite to B. Okay, G is seated opposite to B. H was third to the right of A. H was immediate left of F. Okay, so you can see H was immediate left of F. So where should we have your H? Let's say if we take your H here, he has to be third to the right of A. So you can see 1, 2, 3, not possible. So let's say if we take your H at this position, again you can see he cannot be third to the right of somebody. The only possibility will be like this, that is H is third to the right of A and H was immediate left of F, right? So you can see this will be the situation here. Now the question is G seated neighboring A? So you are getting a definite yes here, isn't it? So that means using 2 alone, we can find a definite answer. Okay. Now, when you have these type of question, if there is no multiple choice option, right? Like we do not have any multiple choice option here. That is both 2 and 3 or both 4 and 5. उस तरह का option नहीं है. So once you get the right answer from a particular point, you need not find any other option here, right? If there are multiple possibility answers in the options, then you have to check it further. Okay. I hope this is clear, everybody, that how it had to be done. Okay, so the answer would be option number 2, because from the second one we are getting a definite answer. If you want to check third one or fourth one, you can do it later, and you will see that you will not be able to find the answer using all those options here. Okay, chalo, let's go to the last question that we have for the day. Let's quickly try this out. Let's see. Chalo, try this out very quickly. I hope everybody has gone through the question here. So let's try, let's see what is given here. So there are 5 floors in a building where the bottommost number is 1 and the topmost is numbered 5, right? So we have something like this: 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay. So this is the building here. Okay. Now what is given? One couple stays at each floor. Okay, so there has to be one couple on every floor, right? It is not given that we have 2 flats or 3 flats on every particular floor. It is just that one flat on one floor, but there has to be one couple staying at every floor. I stays at a floor which is just above B, right? So you can see I has to be immediately above B. So I stays at a floor which is just above the floor where B stays, and B is married to F, right? So B and F is a couple here. J stays at the topmost floor, so J stays at the topmost floor, and there are 2 floors between J and F, right? So there are 2 floors between J and F. So that means B has to be here and I has to be here. Okay. Now there is only one floor between A and I. A is not married to J. So you can see here, if I is here, A cannot be here because A is not married to J. That means A has to be this person here, because there has to be only one floor between A and I, right? So A is not married to J. D is married to H. Now you can see the only one which is completely vacant is 4th floor. So D is married to H. That means they will be staying together. G stays on one of the floors above C. So, and C stays on one of the floors above E. So you can see G stays on one of the floors above, G stays on one of the floors above C. Okay, so this will be your C here. Okay, and C stays on one of the floors above E. So this will be your E here. Now, who is married to J? So you can see that's your G, right? So the answer here would be G. I hope we are clear with everything, every question here. Guys, in case you have any doubts in here, please mention it in the comment section below, because this is not a live class. So you can let me know in the comment section whatever doubts you have. I'll help you out with your doubts. If you have any doubts in any of the questions, you are most welcome to write it down in the comment section below and let me know. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. In case you have any doubts, feel free to talk to me on Telegram. I'll be happy to help you out with it. So guys, again, I'm telling you that the PDF will now be available on the Oliveboard platform. Okay. So on Oliveboard's platform, you can download these PDFs. Just go to the course section, right? And there you will find a separate tab to download these PDFs for your practice. So chalo, thank you so much guys. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Again, I'll see you on Wednesday. So every Monday and Wednesday we are having these particular sessions. So do not miss it out, right? So Monday and Wednesday 10 a.m. without fail. So Wednesday again we will be having a practice session for many such questions, right? So chalo, thank you so much guys. I'll see you again with another session. So please take care, stay safe, have a great day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.